I know what time it is now. I know what time it is now. It's showtime.
I say whip it. Whip it good. I say whip it.
What is up, guys? This is Weezak7 of Weezak Games, and we're playing Castlevania again. I'm going to try one last time here to get through the Dracula fight. I'm not really paying very much attention while I'm talking here, but and hopefully, well, I'm not going to try one last time, rather I'm going to show you. I don't know what I'm on about. I'm fighting Dracula again. I am, however, just going to skip to the end. I'm going to do a quick cut after I finish talking here to the end, because you've seen me fight Dracula, you've seen me beat Dracula, well, this form. And you don't need to see me do that again. And personally, I really don't feel like wasting, you know, another however many frickin' hours, that was close, on my time editing the video down. So I'll just keep a track of how many times I died. Whoop, one. And from right there, and then I'll just post that something in the end. I was told if I jumped right here I could land right next to the tower or something. I'm not landing next to anything here. Maybe it's up above. Anyway, well, it would help if I jumped, I suppose. But let's see here, and jump. Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna cut to the end where I will begin showing my attempts to fight the new Dracula thing. Okay, finally! Save my state, and here we are. Fight the real Dracula, who I can already tell is going to be even more fun than the original Dracula. I don't remember at what point there was a story about Dracula turning into a giant... Oh my goodness! Bigger fireball! Bigger fireball! That's what that means. Into a giant bat thing. I don't remember that. Ouch. At least this fight looks like it'll be more interesting than the last one. Although, that's not a very high bar. Ouch. Oh, that's hard. Because I thought the last fight would be interesting too before I actually started doing it. Oh, I see. I gotta wait for him to jump really high. I have no way to know how or when he's going to do that. But it doesn't appear that I do, at least. Fuck. Not what I meant to do. Yeah, seriously, that's cheap. I mean, like, I understand the concept, and hopefully the whole thing won't be cheap, but the fact that I have nowhere to run that first part is pretty cheap. Not to check, maybe it's a... Ow, one. Oh, Belmont, it'd be really great. Okay, so he just did a big jump. Fireball. Little jump. Okay, I guess we're not gonna find that out. Little jump. Didn't make it. Little jump. Little jump. So that's 3 little jumps in a row. Big jump. Little jump. Oh wait. Fireball. Oh, fuck, if I can stay alive long enough, maybe I can figure this out. Nope, that's not gonna work. Little jump. Little jump. Oh yeah, gotta watch for the fireballs. Little jump. Some fireballs. Little jump. Wait, those was 4, wasn't it? I don't get it. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to tell when he's gonna do anything. See, that was a big jump the second time. What the... This is lame. Your jumping pattern is lame. I'm just throwing that out there. There is literally no way to tell the difference. That shit's kind of weak. You don't do it like consistently after a fireball. There's just no way to tell. Turn around, Belmont. Oh, Jesus. Big jump? Nope. Maybe only big jumps from at the edge like this. Nope. Well, you definitely are a bit... You're not necessarily any less cheap than your previous form, but you certainly are more entertaining. Not as entertaining as some of the other bosses, but actually I can see where you're moving, so that's nice. I actually have some way to plan where I'm gonna go. Whoa, boy. Yeah, would just really love it if you had some sort of visual cue as to whether or not you're gonna jump high or low. Fuck, didn't make it. I don't know, if you guys noticed something, let me know in the comments. I mean, it's not gonna help me any because I'll probably already have been done with this, but literally I can't figure out if there's any pattern to his jumping. Like, there doesn't seem to be a pattern, there doesn't seem to be any visual cue, it just seems to be at random, which I guess is pretty much like the rest of this boss fight. Oh, fuck. Jump, 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 jump. Oh, shit. I don't really like that. I mean, obviously there's some element of random chance about any game. But I don't like feeling like my success or failure depends completely on the roll of some random number generator. Because literally there is no way to run underneath him when he does a small jump. I can't do it. At least I don't think I can. There doesn't appear to be a way. And yet I have no way to tell when will be a viable chance to run under him. I obviously can't keep going the same direction indefinitely because I'm going to have to turn around and get under him at some point. At least he does have a visual cue for his fireballs. That's nice. Not much of one, but then again, you know, I wouldn't expect a huge, you know, visual cue from the final boss. It gives you just enough chance to whip the fireballs when you know they're coming and that's it. And that's fine. At least we got rid of that god-awful music from the last fight, too. But yeah, this jumping thing is really quite a pain in the ass. I wonder if that's intentional, if maybe you're supposed to be hitting him faster. Maybe I'm starting too far away. Maybe I need to stand, like, right up in his grizzle. Nope. Almost made it. Nope, don't understand you. Nope. to do it. I almost did. Very almostly. Oh, and then I just let him jump on me, like a big idiot. This is dumb. Jesus, that was close. Fireball. Whoa, haha! Not bad. Shit, too far away. Or too close, rather. The opposite of what I just said. Oh, balls. Maybe I wonder if I jump, if I can coax him to jumping. Like monkey see, monkey do. He's not really a monkey, but, you know. Giant lizard dragon thing, bat monster see, giant lizard dragon thing, bat monster do. Ow, fireballs! Seriously, I think you're kind of taking liberties with any established vampire canon. Oh, that was my chance. Nope. Oh god, that was my second chance. See, he's not even touching me. That's lame too. It's more of that horse shit. I need to run under him when he does that. Not when he does that. Oh, here we go. Could this be it? Yes! Maybe? For real? Woo! Awesome. Alright, well thanks, for watching my Castlevania playlist. Or playthrough, rather. You could have also watched it on a playlist. This is Weezak7 of Weezak Games. I'm hesitant to say too much about it though because, well, I'm gonna save the state here. Because I don't feel like recording any closing commentary right now. But, so yeah, I'm hesitant to say too much because that may not have been the real Dracula fight. We'll see in a minute. But anyway, yeah, that wraps it up. I'll do some final thoughts over the credits or over some artwork like I did in Super Mario Brothers, and then it'll be on to something else. Alright, so we gotta pick up our little thingy here, and wha-bam! I do like that little musical cue. It's a pretty sweet cue. Anyway, so yeah, that is that. We are done with the game. Completed. Yet, I really just don't feel the same thrill of excitement I did after beating Super Mario Brothers. And the entire castle fell apart. With Simon Belmont in it. So anyway, I guess what we're going to do now is I'm going to talk a bit about the game here. I want some points I wanted to cover. I liked the game. It was a good game. But there were definitely some issues with it. So some points I wanted to cover in no particular order is that I really enjoyed the level and enemy design here. It was very well done. They were placed in very clever areas. Although the background and the foreground, what was sometimes a little tricky. Not often. But like that room with the gears. That one fucked me up. It had a very fast pacing. Very exciting. It was like, you're just running through the hallways, you're whipping shit, you're whamming things. But, at the same time, it's not like you're just plowing through it, you're jumping and dodging shit. But, yeah, plowing through it is definitely... Oh, I play the greatest role in this story. But yeah, frickin' just plowing through enemies is definitely not a valid strategy there at all. So, well, it was fast-paced, it was also made you stop and think a bit. The bosses were really interesting, really challenging, they were very neat, with the exception of Dracula, but we'll worry about him later. I really liked the music in there, in most of them. There was a couple of music I didn't like. But most of the level music was really great, it helped set the pace going along. It definitely rewarded exploring, as long as it didn't take you too long to do it. It was definitely hard, definitely challenging. It was doable, but it was the good kind of challenging that it was, made you feel like every time you failed, you learned something about it and knew what not to do the next time. which is the good kind of hard, not just the hard where it's like, oh well, I just can't do this. It's like, oh okay, well I failed, trying to whip it, but I bet if I throw my boomerangs at it, that will work better, and then you feel, rewarded for having thought your way through it. The alt weapons were interesting. Like all of them were pretty neat. They were, they had a pretty wide range of stuff they could do, and they, were very good in certain situations, but not in others. I liked that. I mentioned the music being in different areas. The whole, different area, different feel thing was really nice. I liked how when you beat one boss, you were like in a whole different area. It was like a whole new ball game. And such. The stairs sucked. I hated the stairs. I don't know how much of that was the game's fault and how much of that was my controller's fault, because I think the game definitely did suffer from that. I had issues with my controller, mostly with movement. The other stuff not so much, but movement especially was tricky at times. So my experience of the game probably suffered through that. Um, the plot, well, there was no plot. I mean, maybe there is in the manual if I had the manual, but in game there isn't really much of a plot at all, other than keep going right unless the stage is going left, in which case follow that. It had a really good game. It had a good feel to it. It definitely felt like you were in some sort of spooky haunted castle or whatever, which was nice. I really liked that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is I really enjoyed the game up until the point where I reached that balcony. After that, it sucked. The Dracula fight was boring, it was tedious, and didn't really feel rewarding at all. There was, I didn't feel like I was overcoming some clever strategy or anything. I just felt like it was, part of that was maybe because half the time I couldn't whip his fucking fireballs, so half the time I died was because the game decided not to let me. But I thought about it, and I think the reason for that is all the other boss fights, while you're fighting them, shit's going on. You're dodging them, they're attacking you, they're flying around, you can hit them any time. Whereas the Dracula fight, you're waiting for him, because there's only a very small window of opportunity for which, that you can do anything in. Right when he shows up. That's the only time you have to do anything. Otherwise, you're just sitting there, it's like, whip him, and then you sit there and wait for him to do the exact same thing every single time. Except, maybe he teleports to different spots. One of my friends often quotes something, I don't remember where he got it from, that described the Dracula fight as teleport, teleport, fireball, fireball, teleport, teleport, bigger fireball, see you next game. And really, that really described the first half of the Dracula fight pretty well. The second half was a little bit better, in that he was moving around, you can hit him anytime, but the fact that you could not tell when he was going to do a big jump or a little jump, and you could only run under him during a little jump, was really, really annoying. I did not like that. So it was basically completely random, in terms of whether or not you could, run under him. So that happened a lot, and that a lot of things just seemed like they were just random, like how sometimes skeleton would throw its bone. Like I would run through a section 5 times, and every time the skeleton would throw its bone a certain way, and then the 6th time it'd throw it a different way and fuck me over. I mean, up until the Dracula part there, it wasn't that big of a deal, but like during the game itself, it wasn't a huge issue, but it did show up every now and then and got to be a little bit annoying. I think the Dracula fight personally would have been a lot better if he would have flown. For instance, if he would flown from place to place and then stopped, shot a fireball, and then flew again or something instead of teleporting, and then you could have hit him at any point if you were able to reach him or something. I think that would have been much better, in my opinion. It just felt really flat compared to the other boss fights. It was just boring. I didn't really enjoy it at all. As for the game's reputation, I think it mostly lives up. It feels like the reputation's a bit inflated, except for people say this thing is so brutal. And it was hard. I'm not going to say it wasn't hard, but it was doable. I mean, except until right at the end of the game, I don't really felt like at any point I was stuck somewhere. I felt like I was making I was making progress, very slow progress, but I felt like each time I was getting a little bit further and, getting the patterns down, a little bit better until I eventually was able to beat it. Hell, until the last segment with the between the Grim Reaper and whatever preceded the Grim Reaper, I managed to do everything I managed to beat each area within an hour, which is probably a ridiculously long amount of time for anyone who's used to playing the game. But at the same time, if I can beat it within an hour, it's not that hard. At least I don't think so. Like I said, the Dracula fight at the end was difficult. It was really difficult, but it was difficult in really cheap ways, I felt. And again, I don't know if that's how much of that's the game, how much of that's the ROM, how much of that's my controller. I really don't know. So all I know is that it's just what I experienced while I was playing it in this manner. So I guess that wraps it up for Castlevania. Someone said that one of my friends said that they found it awkward to watch my videos because it seemed like I was never having fun with games. I was always getting angry. But and I did notice that about Mario when I was playing through there. So I thought I'd play it different, So I thought I'd try and tone it down my next playthrough. In retrospect, I picked a really terrible game to do that with. But yeah. So it may seem like I'm really pissed off or frustrated. I may be at the time, but in reality, that's just this weird paradox I have with things I like. The more I like something, the more I'll pick it apart. The more I'll yell at it. The more I'll get angry about it because I guess that's just how I get in the zone, if you will, when I'm playing a game. Except for the Dracula fight, I was legitimately pissed off about that. I was not having fun at all with that. But the next game I play, I think I've had people, at least one person, maybe it was one or two people, had said that they wanted me to play Super Mario World, and I do intend to do so. I do want to go through Super Mario World, but I want to hit a few other games before I go back to the Mario franchise. So the next game I play is going to be something a bit more recent. It's going to be from the 64, which is about the cutoff date, I think, in terms of retro. Anything beyond the 64, I don't think you can call retro. It is a game though that I've played a lot more as a kid. So while it's definitely been a little awkward to get used to it with the new controller because I was playing around with it the other day, and it's awkward to use it with a controller that's more like a PlayStation and Xbox controller than it is an N64. Admittedly, that's really weird, especially because the joystick is much more sensitive than I'm used to on my N64 controller, which wasn't very sensitive to start with and was a lot less sensitive after it had been played for years. But so hopefully there'll be a lot less failure and swearing there. It should be a relatively short game. I'm not gonna say what it is until after I've uploaded the first video. I don't know. I just feel like I just want to preserve the surprise. Although I don't want anyone to get too excited about it because it's not gonna be something super amazing. I don't think. I really like it though. It is definitely one of my favorite games. Certainly one of my favorite 64 games. So we should have some fun with that. That will probably go up sometime later this weekend or early next week. I do plan on getting the remaining 3 dramatic readings, for lack of a better term, for Amnesia up over this weekend, and new Amnesia videos that I can record on my new computer and hopefully brighten up before I put them on YouTube. Should be coming pretty soon. Episode 16 is the last one I recorded on my dying laptop. So the new video should hopefully be lighter. I can do something with that, but we'll see. Otherwise, I just thank you guys for watching my Castlevania playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I had fun with the game up until the Dracula thing, but I hope you guys will enjoy the next playthrough I do, and look forward to catching you guys in the very near future.